Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Whitney and this is What Sheree Beauty, and I am so excited because today we're going to be playing with the brand new Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette, and oh my gosh, this freaking palette is so stunning. So if you want to see my thoughts and opinions and if I think this palette is worth it, just keep on watching. And don't forget before you leave to give this video a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and leave me a comment below telling me what you think about the palette and if you are grabbing it. And we are going to jump into some swatches and then we are going to jump into this eye look. So just keep on watching. I am so excited to be here playing with the new Huda Beauty Naughty Nudes palette today. This palette is freaking stunning. This is not normally like my go-to shades, but holy crap, as you can tell, I've already touched it and used it. You guys have already seen the swatches that just happened, but oh my god, this palette is seriously freaking beautiful. Look at this, all the textures and just everything going on is so unique and beautiful. I absolutely had to have it, so excited to be playing with this today. I already have one eye done. I really wish you could understand, like tonight I am feeling so uninspired. I've literally just sat here for like 3 hours and kept putting stuff on and it didn't look good, so I kept taking it off, and I finally came up with something that I really like, so that is what we are going to do today. So let's get started. I'm gonna prime with my P. Louise blank canvas per usual. I'm so excited. I am in, if you couldn't tell, my space is a lot different now. I still need to like decorate and put some things up. I kind of want this background. Maybe I'll get like a table or something and put back there because it needs to be a little bit more fun. It's very white, so it needs some color put in it. But I am in a new beauty room and a new space. And living in Texas now, which has been a journey. It has been a journey. For those of you who know me already, my husband's in the military, so we lived in Augusta, Georgia for 6 years. We were really lucky to not ever have to move. So this is our first move to Texas now from Augusta, and it is a very small town. There is much nothing here. The closest big town is almost 3 hours away, so going from having everything like 5 minutes down the road to a town where there's nothing here at all and I have to drive 3 hours to get to anything has been a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm used to I'm spoiled, you know. I had everything right there for so many years and now I have nothing. So that has been an interesting change. We've been here for almost 3 weeks now, so we're getting used to it. It is definitely a big change, but let's get started with this palette because it is so pretty. Okay, so we are gonna go in with Rough right here, and we are going to use a Morphe 456, and we're just gonna use that as a transition and just start mapping out that shape. I'm so excited because outside of my 31 days of Halloween, which got interrupted mid-move, that was an exhausting series. I'm so excited that I got to do it, but it was very exhausting, so I didn't get to really play with any super new makeup besides that. So I'm excited to just kind of like sit down and just get to play. I think that's why I was so stuck creatively, because I haven't really been doing any makeup outside of Halloween. So I had to get myself back into normal makeup. But this palette is just so freaking beautiful. Like, oh my god, it is so pretty. This is probably one of the prettiest palettes that have come out recently. I'm super excited to grab just a few more of the new launches. I'm going to San Antonio on Thursday. I'm gonna grab the new Nikita Morphe stuff, so let me know if you guys want to see a video on that. And I'm also going to grab the new Natasha Denona palette because the multi-chromes in that, they got me. I know it's $129, but like the multi-chromes, they stole everything, so I have to have them. So videos on both of those will be coming next week. And then I wanted, with this palette, I'm gonna go in with Naughty now. I was supposed to, with this palette, there was supposed to be a foundation review with it. I ordered the new Huda Beauty Stick Foundation off of Sephora's website, and I had it overnighted, but every single time I overnight something from them, it never comes the next day. So, of course, it got delayed again, as usual with them. That's why it drives me crazy that I can't, like, I don't have a big Sephora anymore, so I can't just run. It's just a, like, small one inside JCPenney, so, you know, they don't get as much stuff in. So, that did not come on time, so I should be getting it tomorrow, and I'm just going to film a whole foundation review on it. And that will be up on Friday. So, you're going to get 2 Huda Beauty videos this week, which is going to be fun. She's coming out with some good stuff lately. Alright. Then I am going to take this Morphe 573 and I'm going to go in with a little bit of Rough and a little bit of Hypnotic. So these two shades here. I'm just going to use that to blend that out. So the good thing about living in Texas is, of course, all of the wonderful boutiques. There are boutiques everywhere. So I did some exploring today and I found a couple really cool boutiques. And I'm thinking about doing like a haul video from those. They're smaller boutiques. So let me know if you want to see that. Let me know if you guys want to see some more like fashion stuff in general. I know the weather's a bit different here. I think it's in the 80s all week here. So it's definitely a lot different. I am still wearing summer clothes, but we could do some fall because I need some fall clothes anyway. So we could definitely do some fall hauls and check out new boutiques around Texas, and I think that would be a really cool series to start. I'm going to Dallas in a few weeks to take my daughter on her birthday trip, which we had to put on hold while we got everything organized. So I could definitely do like some vlogging there and we could go visit some boutiques and that would be really cool. So let me know if you guys want to see that because I think that would be a really fun thing to do. I love shopping anyway and a girl can never have too many clothes, so that would be awesome. I am going to cut the crease and then we will be right back to finish up the rest of it. Okay, so the crease is cut. I zoomed in a little bit and scooted up a little bit because this is an eye tutorial and we need to be up close and personal. So this part I'm super excited for because these shimmers are freaking amazing in this palette. I mean, oh my god, they're so special. So I wanted to go in with something gold. So we went in with Tantric right here, which is literally one of the most beautiful gold shades I've ever seen. Look at this. And it's like kind of foiled. Oh, there we go. It's like kind of a foiled gold color. And it is so special. Look at that. I'm going to go in with just a little bit of NYX glitter glue and the M443 brush by Morphe. And I'm just going to start lining that cut crease for right now. And I don't want to take it down very far because we are going to do a wing with the shadow and kind of smoke it out and then bring it the rest of the way down. So for right now, I'm just going to start by lining that pretty close to the cut crease. Okay, so now that we have that nice and lined, how freaking beautiful is that? That gold is so good. I think that is probably the best gold that I have out of a palette. It kind of reminds me of like Terra Moon Cosmetics has like flakes that are like multi-chrome. This would kind of remind me of if they had that in like a gold form. But not really like normal gold flakes. It's a little bit different than that. It's a really cool texture that you would kind of have to feel. It's kind of a flaky texture. I'm trying to like do my best to explain it. Like you can see here, it's kind of a flaky texture, but it's like a pressed gold flake texture. It's really, really special. that's honestly what I personally like about Huda's palettes, is I think that her formulas and her shimmers formula especially, I think her matte formula is really great, but I think it's a matte formula. But her shimmers and the way she does that, it's so unique that I truly do not think that you can get it from another palette. I don't think that there's another company that does shimmers quite like she does, which I feel like is always a plus because it's something different that I don't already have. Like, I might have these matte shades, but I do not have any glitters or shimmers like this, which I really appreciate. So we are gonna go in with Naughty, and I'm gonna take it on this brush that does not have a number, but it's the Morphe Coca-Cola brush, and I'm just gonna use that to create a wing shape. I think this color is so pretty. We're going to take that all the way, but as we are taking it, I'm going to kind of smudge it back and forth so that we are dispersing that color and kind of blending that color out a little bit. And this doesn't have to be perfectly blended or not blended, because we are going to bring that gold down over it. But I want it to be diffused out, because then we're going to go in and deepen it with Spicy. So I'm just working on blending back and forth on those edges. And then once I get it semi what I want it to look like, I'm going to go in with this M431. And this doesn't have any extra product on it except what I had already used earlier. And then I'm just going to start really blending out just the edges and diffusing those. And then going in with Naughty one more time, just a little bit. And then same brush, we're going to go in with Spicy, which is this really deep shade right here. And we are just going to line it very close to the lash line, because I still want to keep a lot of that like diffusion that we did. And then I'm just going to re-deepen that wing. And again, just kind of keeping that towards the bottom. I'm not going to bring it all the way up to this top of the wing. And then one more time, going to go in with Naughty. Just a little bit. We don't want a whole lot on the brush, and we're just going to make sure that that top is nice and diffused, and that Naughty and Spicy blend together really well. Just like that. Oh my gosh, I love this look. I think it is so freaking good. This palette is just so pretty. And I really wish I remember whose video I was watching, but they were explaining kind of like the story behind the palette. and now how this is about Huda embracing her like sexuality, and I think that is really important, and I think this is such a good color story that like kind of makes you do that. It's like, this is a very sexy color story, and I think it is so good. Okay, I'm gonna go in with some more of that NYX glitter glue and start placing that on the rest of the lid so we can kind of bring the rest of that shimmer down and kind of merge it with that blended wing that we just did. Okay, just like that. Oh my gosh, I love this. And then I am just going to, one more time, just take a fluffy brush and a little bit of Hypnotic, which is just like this really light shade. And I'm just gonna make sure everything is nice and blended out up here. Just like that. Okay, I am going to throw on the rest of my face really quick, and then we will come back to do the lower lash line and talk about the rest of this palette. Okay, so we finished up the face makeup and this lower lash line, so we're going to go ahead and finish up this one, and I am not going to lie, I am absolutely loving the way this all turned out. So I'm going to go in with Naughty right here, and we're going to use the M456. Literally my favorite Morphe brush ever. Everybody who knows me knows that. And we're just going to buff that on the lower lash line. And then, same brush, we're going to go in with Untamed. And just deepen that up. And then, same brush, we're going to keep it nice and simple. We're going to go in with Rough. And a little bit of Arouse. And I just realized this whole time that I've been using this mirror, we never even took that off. I'm a mess. I'm just gonna blend that out really good. I think Huda's palettes have some of the best mirrors, honestly. Honestly, the mirror was so good, I couldn't even tell that it had a cover over it. That's how good they are. And then we need some inner corner highlight because no eye look is complete without the inner corner highlight. So, what are we going to put in it? I feel like we should use Flower Power. So I'm going to do a little bit of glitter glue. We're going to go in with Flower Power. Look at that. Oh, it's going to be so good. Yes. That shade is literally stunning. Oh my god, that is so freaking pretty. Okay, so that is it. We are done, but we're not, because I have to talk about this. So one thing I haven't really talked about yet is this shade right here, which is probably the most interesting shade that I've ever seen in a palette. And it's called Slippery. So it is explained as a shimmering gloss hybrid with encapsulated bronze and berry pearls to take your playtime to the next level. And it is probably what drew me to this palette the most. I've never seen anything like it before, honestly, and that's what I was talking about with Huda. The stuff, the time that she puts into these, especially the shimmer shades, the mattes are great, but they're nothing spectacular. They're a matte. They're good. They're easy to blend. Everything's fine with them, but the way she does her shimmers, they're so special that I just do not think that I can get them in another palette. And this shade especially, it's so interesting, and you're really not going to be able to see it on camera, but it's just an eye gloss. There we go. It's just a clear eye gloss, but the pearls in it are why it has like a tint, a shimmer tint to it. And honestly, it's just really special. But I'm not 100% sure like what to think about it. Like, I don't know if I love it or if I don't know if it's kind of weird or if I'll ever actually use it. It's really not sticky. I guess, you know what, we just have to try to put it on the eyes because it's really not like sticky gloss. It's very interesting. Let's see if it does anything on the eyes. I'm gonna go in with a brush, and it does pick up on a brush. And let's just go in and tap it on top of that gold and see. Yeah, it does a little bit. It brings a little bit of a shimmer. It brings a little bit of a shimmer, like of a shine to the gold. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but it is very pretty. So I think that it is an interesting shade, to say the least. But honestly, like I said, the mattes are fine. They work fine. Huda's formula is really great, but the real special part of this is the shimmers and the textures, and they're just so unique and they're so good. So just based off of those, I'm gonna say that this was worth the money for me. It was $67, but I am Rouge at Sephora, so I did get it 20% off. Thank goodness. I love when stuff comes out during Sephora's Rouge sales. It makes it so much easier to swallow the price of some things. This palette, the Natasha Denona palette, it's so much easier when you're getting it 20% off. But all around, I do think this palette is worth it, and I am definitely going to continue to play with it. So if you want to see another just tutorial on it, let me know. I think this is going to be a really great like fall winter palette. It has a lot of like warm, awesome colors in it. So that is it for today. Thank you for hanging out with me and talking about the new Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below letting me know if you are going to grab this palette, and I also want to know what else you guys are grabbing from the sale this year. I didn't do a video on what I was grabbing, but maybe I will pull everything together and do one at the end of the sale. And don't forget to click that subscribe button because it means so much to me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.